Okay, well, some wise words coming in there from Uday Kotak, but let's move on now. In its first budget last year, the Modi government introduced the FAME policy to accelerate the use of eco-friendly vehicles, but there's not been much progress on this front since then. CNBC TV 18's Farah Bukwala reports that the electric car sector hopes the budget 2016 will see some shifting of gears.
7 million electric and hybrid vehicles on Indian roads by 2020. That was the dream when the faster adoption of manufacturing of electric and hybrid vehicles or FAME policy was announced in Budget 2015 as part of the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan. But since then, there's been a lot of talk and very little action. According to the Society of Manufacturers of Electric Vehicles or SMEV, in the first 10 months of fiscal 2016, sales of electric two-wheelers and cars have tripled from 2014 levels to 23,000 units. That's 21,000 units of electric two-wheelers and 2,000 units of the E2O, India's only electric car. But this is a far cry from the projected sales figure of 1 lakh vehicles in the first year. SMEV argues that the foremost issue is that while the government has been pushing hybrid vehicle technologies, it has left the electric vehicle segment in the lurch.
The major hurdle today is, if you see the FAME policy, it was talking of low-hanging fruits being two-wheelers and small cars. For the electric mobility part of it, not much has happened on the ground. Planning is there. But for the hybrids, which don't really need an infrastructure support, they have taken off in some way. So there is a diversion of focus from electric to hybrids as of now. It has to be brought back to electric, which is a difficult thing to do because there are problems and there are barriers.
Poor implementation of government aid plans is one such barrier. Under FAME, the government had proposed an initial outlay of 75 crore rupees and a commitment of 795 crore rupees over FY16 and FY17, taking the figure to 14,000 crore rupees by 2020. But SMEV says the initial outlay is exhausted. The additional investment of 795 crore rupees has not yet been cleared by the government and there's no sign of commitment on future investment. So unless Budget 2016 spells out the government's financial commitment to the plan for the next 5 years, private investments may also dry up.
That's why people are sitting on the fence. They are not listening from the government that here is a 6 years commitment of 14,000 crores, which originally slated in the NEMP from the government side, which would have resulted into 42,000 crores of crude oil saving.
It's not just funds. Electric vehicle manufacturers say they have to battle a severe lack of supporting infrastructure like charging docks.
But the other commitment that the government did make was putting in the charging infrastructure, which is really fundamental to electric vehicles. That one has been slow getting off the blocks, and we would really look forward to that happening in cities like Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, because range anxiety is one of the biggest issues of an electric vehicle owner.
Again, SMEV hopes that Budget 2016 will take concrete steps to change the situation.
Obviously is to allocate a specific and a separate fund along with mechanism to spearhead the charging infrastructure at least in 100 cities across the country where the sales is already happening.
Poor financing for these vehicles is another big problem area. The electric vehicle industry says due to poor resale value of vehicles, banks have been reluctant to provide loans for their purchase. So unless Budget 2016 brings loans for the purchase of electric vehicles under priority sector lending and directs public banks to offer loans at zero interest rate, the situation will not change anytime soon. In Mumbai, Farah Bukwala, Vora.
Okay, on that note, time for a short break, but here is our closing bell money control question of the day. Will you use the pre-budget weakness in ITC to buy? We'll read out the interesting responses posted on moneycontrol.com on the other side.